What's good, everybody? What it do? What it do? Welcome to the Press Box, your total sports number one platform. I'm your host, C. Will. Today we have a real fun and special show for you guys today. We're gonna step away from the football talk for a second, and we're gonna focus in on the recent uh, news that's spreading around right now, that's going viral. Where Dwyane Wade, the recent Hall of Fame inductee, uh, it's kind of like going on a little mini rant right now. Basically speaking against LeBron James on a couple of situations that he put out in the news over the last couple of days. Um, yeah, I was very surprised. Dwayne Wade and LeBron seem to be brothers, from another mother. When everything was good, you know, you couldn't separate those guys. Um, I always wonder how Dwayne Wade felt, by letting LeBron come and, you know, basically take over the team, that he put, that was his team, that was his city. Let him come and take over the city. I wonder, like, how do you feel? Like, I mean, who does that? Like, that has to be one of the most unselfish things that anybody could ever do is to be the man, to be the city superstar, and then you let another superstar come in and actually give him the keys to your city. I I just didn't understand that. I didn't know how could anyone explain that. But hey, he did it. It worked. They won championships. Um, but yeah, Dwayne went out and said that he should have gotten the MVP in 2009. 2009 was one of LeBron's MVPs. I think that was his first MVP, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was LeBron's first MVP. Um, but you know, my main thing right now is why now? I mean, what? I mean, I've kind of always felt because I'm not a LeBron fan, by the way, but I can acknowledge that he's great, and he is one of the all-time greats. Not the greatest, not nowhere near the top, but he's a great player, and I give him his props. But I've felt the same way, kind of how Dwayne Wade feels now. Um, for him to come out now, he's been inducted in the Hall of Fame. He's been retired for 4, 5 years now. So, like, what would make you come out now? And he also came out and said that whenever Kobe Bryant won the championship in 2010, that he called LeBron and said to LeBron, "All right, he got five now," as in Kobe. Kobe got five now. What you gonna do? So I know a lot of people probably don't see the point of where I'm coming from, but what I'm saying is that gives the truth that Kobe is the reason why those guys came together. So it shows you how great Kobe Bryant really is, and nobody talks about him right now. Like it's kind of like when you dead, people, you know, it takes a special person to keep the dead alive. Not like as in literal, but keeping keeping their spirit and the things that they've done, alive. So um, it definitely sheds light to how they saw Kobe. Kobe Bryant was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. He could have been, he could be, based on just talent and not accomplishments, the best player ever because he didn't have any weaknesses. not any. And the person can say, oh, he shot the ball. Look at his percentage. You got to be able to shoot the ball for the coach to allow you to shoot a lot and miss, So it don't make sense. Like a coach is not going to let you have the green light if you can't shoot. But nobody talks about the times where he was on. Nobody talks about the times where, okay, what happens when he's making all the shots? He might just score 100 points or close to it, like 81. But anyway, getting back to the point, um, when I heard those two things come from out of Dwyane Wade's mouth, I immediately thought back to the his Hall of Fame ceremony. And I don't know, most of you guys probably know that LeBron James wasn't there. I've read several articles saying that LeBron was actually a little upset that Dwyane Wade chose Allen Iverson to to introduce him into the Hall of Fame. Which LeBron, as prideful as he is, he feels like that he probably should have been the guy doing it, being that he's great enough to do it, and the fact that they were like brothers. And LeBron is the type of person, he's not going to take second fiddle to nobody, not even in something like, well, I'm not going to just show up to your induction ceremony and not introduce you. So he didn't show up. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, during that time, Bronny just had cardiac arrest. Yeah, but they were at the concert too a couple of days later when he went over to Saudi Arabia a couple of weeks after that. So, I mean, if you got a private jet, it's nothing for you to fly your own jet a couple of hours, then fly back home. So, I mean, there's no excuse. He can be wherever he want to be, but he chose to not be there. Like I say, LeBron, he's the king. He wears his crown. That's what he do. Everybody that watches him, they know how he is. And I know he took offense to D Wade not, you know, you calling him and going to him to make him be the person to introduce him. And because of that, he didn't show up. So now let's fast forward back to today. We see everything that Dwyane Wade is saying now. So I asked a question early in this podcast: what will make him do this now? It's not because he's jealous of his career. I've seen people say, "Oh, he's just jealous because LeBron James is the greatest of all time." Blah 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 blah. Dwyane Wade had a Finals MVP before him. I mean, he let him come to his team. So if anything, you can't mention anything about LeBron James without mentioning Dwyane Wade, because that's where it all began. Dwyane Wade showed him how to win. That's why he joined forces with him. And that's that. LeBron and D Wade will always be linked. So all LeBron fans, I mean, no, because without them 2 rings and the way that he learned how to actually be a champion with Pat Riley in that organization, the Cleveland championship would have never happened. The bubble gum championship for the Lakers never would have happened. So, you can't just say, "Oh, he's jealous." No, without Dwyane Wade, he wouldn't be where he is today. So I don't think he's jealous of LeBron's career. I think that he's hurt about the fact that, dang, he didn't even show up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is pretty low. But, everybody know Bron is a narcissist. I mean, he going to do what he want to do. Just like all the people that are, up there. So, but anyway, that's the main topic of the show, was just highlighting the things that Dwyane Wade is saying now and why he's saying it, all of a sudden. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button to the press box. and go ahead and give us a like on this video if you like the content, and feel free to let me know what you think about this topic. Do you think that Dwyane Wade is upset because of what happened, or what LeBron did by not showing up, or is it because he's jealous, or is it just because he just tired of covering up? Anyway, just let me know your thoughts. Go ahead and leave a comment. And until the next time, we're going to go ahead and close out this podcast, and we'll talk to you later.